In all of Valorant's history, which pro has had the greatest peak? Was it 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬? Was it Prime Demon 1? Well, if you're asking me, the answer's gotta be El Diablo.
Yay! Yay!
Yellow box, and 𝐬𝐬's not finding too much with the tour de force in hand. Ooh, as I see that! What is this?
To be honest, it baffles me how such a dominant figure could go from the top of the world to standing on his last legs on what many would consider his last chance to prove himself to the world. I know a lot has changed since 𝐬𝐬's peak, but I'm sure of one thing. The exact aiming style he used to dominate the scene over 2.5 years ago still works. And this summer, I'm on a mission to prove it. This series is going to be the ultimate documentation of a regular player meticulously analyzing VODs of a pro, taking notes, creating practice drills, and even consulting with coaches in order to fundamentally copy a single player's style of mechanics. Without wasting any more time, welcome to part 1. Before we even get into what I've done so far, it's important to understand how Prime 𝐬𝐬 aimed, since it'll help you understand my plan better. We all know that OpTic 𝐬𝐬 was a crosshair placement based aimer, but I feel like just saying that is doing him a disservice. Let's watch this clip of Prime 𝐬𝐬 playing ranked over 2 years ago. This clip has over 380,000 views on YouTube. Even in a 5 vs 2 situation, 𝐬𝐬 had extremely precise crosshair placement. The thing I want to point out here is not just his amazing pre-aim, but just how smooth he traces these angles when he's clearing them. Yes, this isn't completely necessary or even optimal, but in my opinion, this is what makes 𝐬𝐬's style of mechanics so unique. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I think 𝐬𝐬 does this, but I want to keep this video short, and I'll do a complete analysis on his mechanics in my next video. Now, to address the elephant in the room, I am aim training for over an hour a day on kovaaks. I do not believe that this is necessary to become 𝐬𝐬, but if you are interested, my 2-day split is in the description down below. Now let's get into the real stuff, like movement and crosshair placement. This might sound crazy, but I found that doing this drill that I'm doing in the range right now is incredibly helpful for crosshair placement. Now, I want you to think about why this is. Why would actually killing bots be anything similar to crosshair placement? And as you're watching the scene switch on the screen right now, you're probably kind of amazed, like wow, that actually is pretty similar. What I encourage all of you guys to do is just try this out for 5 to 10 minutes and then play a deathmatch, and your crosshair placement will just feel so much more locked in. Like, I don't know how to explain it, just try it out and you'll be like amazed. If it actually does end up helping you, then just like the video and leave a comment, because then it's a win-win. I help you and you help me. So you probably are thinking by now, like, I've done this much mechanics training in a day, it doesn't seem that crazy. Until you realize that on top of this, I'm going to be playing 10 to even 15 deathmatches every single day, as well as sprinkle in some TDMs, because people keep saying that TDMs are good and I wanted to try them out. For a lot of these deathmatches, I'm going to be practicing with the Guardian and Sheriff to master my first bullet accuracy, but guys, I also want to master 𝐬𝐬's gun control. He controls his recoil extremely well, and that will require me also using the Vandal in deathmatches. If we account for the time that I'm going to be spending watching 𝐬𝐬 VODs in comp or warming up for comp, then it will total out to about 3 hours a day at the minimum. And I'm okay with that. This might be a bit of a vibe switch, but guys, I just graduated high school and I really want to put my all into YouTube for this last summer. Obviously, if I fail, if I make no money, if I get no views, then it all ends here. I'm just gonna have to have faith that I can actually do it. Alright, that's enough yapping. Let's showcase some of my gameplay. Alright, so look at the date. The challenge started on the June 20th. That's when I created the plan, and June 23rd, I started locking in. So of course I had some doo-doo games, but played well here. And June 24th, ever since then, I've been pretty good. I think I had one horrible game, but that's way better than my normal because I normally have like a couple horrible games. I'm pretty happy with this career, like a lot of MVPs ever since I started this routine. Even though I did place in Diamond 3, everybody's peak, like I checked all their trackers, has been like peak Immortal 2, even Immortal 3. So I really do believe like if I work hard, I can get up there. I want to reach my new peak this act, which is 89 RR. I need to get Immortal 2 to reach my new peak. Wait, do you guys hear that?
Don't you know? Raise there. Spike plant. You disappoint me. My ult ready. One enemy remaining.
Where?
One enemy remaining. Good done.
For week 1, I'm actually really happy with the level of crosshair placement and raw aim that I've been developing. And before anybody calls me out for being the next Razi, all of these clips were taken from my own elo in High Ascendant.
Last player standing.
Wow. No, you got it, bro. 80 raise. He's gonna overheat. Hit on him.
One enemy remaining.
No! Nice try. Joining in. Might come back.
The last thing I want to cover before ending this video is simply a bit of wisdom from 𝐬𝐬 on consistency. It's the most demotivating thing in the world when we frag out on some days, but on others we just can't shoot back at all. And I'm not gonna lie, that happened to me today, and I tilt queued over 13 games and lost around 50 RR. Consistency is just something that we all want, not just in gaming but in real life as well. And that's why I'm gonna close this video out with a clip that really changed the way that I look at consistency.
See, here's the thing, boys. What you guys have to understand is like, when people have good and bad games, you have to realize you're playing like new opponents, different maps, different teammates, different situations, and you're playing on different days in which like maybe you got less, more sleep, maybe you ate badly, maybe you ate great, maybe you gymmed, maybe you didn't. Like the only way to be consistent is to try to eliminate as many of those variables as possible and just get better to where you're good in like multiple situations.
I hope you enjoyed this video, boys. Subscribe to the channel to follow along, and join me live on Twitch where I stream my mechanics training as well as rank sometimes. Links all in the description. There's some videos on the screen right now, bro. You can click them. Thank you so much for watching.